Hello, and welcome back to the StrawHatLucas YouTube channel. It is I, StrawHatLucas, except for not today. For today, I am Captain Leadbelly of the Sakura Pirates, and we are here to play some One Piece D&D. But how do you play One Piece D&D, you ask? By joining the Eternal Dawn Discord server, of course. There's always new games popping up in there, but enough of the promo. Let's start today's session by handing it over to our wonderful, glorious DM, Mr. ToriMori.
What's good, YouTube? Good to be back, as always, here in the world of the Sakura Pirates. 100 years before the canon One Piece story. We are plugging along at a pretty good clip here in the, I guess, the Roshuan arc. And, yeah, I guess I'll start us off with our quote for today, which, as you all can see, is by Captain Takeru Sasaki. I cannot ignore the drive inside me. Little recap from last time. We saw the tiebreaker competition between Leadbelly and Beetle Brown, including not only Mystical, but the illustrious Moon Kief, beloved by Mr. Mantang's across the board, and a little surprise guest help, I guess you could say, from the one and only Abyss, the shadow of the Sakura Pirates. It was a pretty big blowout. Beetle Brown.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a competition as much as a wash.
They certainly tried, but you guys tried way harder. And yeah, those roles were just magnificent. Definitely recommend you guys go check that VOD out if you missed the live last time. But it was an incredible tiebreaker performance. Henry the Horse's Club went crazy for Leadbelly and the crew. We also had some other goings-on, of course, last session. Poor Arthur here at Mr. Mantang's was dealing with a lot of clown phobia, and it sort of boiled over there at Henry the Horse's. He had to head back to the belly boat and take a bit of a sabbatical for the rest of the night, where he came across a strange being rummaging through Leadbelly's closet. Turned out to be none other than Revan's mannequin, which stowed away on board the belly boat ages ago. In real world time, in game that was about 4 days ago, I believe at this point. Maybe
Guys,
maybe
we've been
three, but either
we've been a crew for a week.
Yeah, that's literally how it's going with my IRL game as well. Like, we were like, yeah, a few months ago this happened, and our DM had to correct us. He was like, well, in our time it did, but that was actually a day ago. But anyway, I digress. I love the time dilation.
I do too, because that
yes,
means that
Arthur...
me and Kiryu became such good friends that he covered up my slave mark within like 3 days. It was like, bro.
You guys are true bros for that. Can we just become best friends?
Exactly. That's how I was picturing it in my head. You would do karate on the ship?
I love those gifts you were sending in, John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell. I definitely gave some ideas.
Did you put your nutsack on my loot?
I was avoiding that one.
But yeah, after dealing with Revan's mannequin and sort of breaking a part of him, unfortunately, Arthur was confronted by the captain of the clowns of Mr. Mantang's Magical Circus, a big hulking clown named Bailey, who came armed with a couple reinforcements behind him, as well as strange pirouettes that seemed to explode upon contact, as well as a power to create these living balloon animals that did combat as well. Luckily, Arthur was not alone. Abyss, sensing that danger, immediately warped back to the belly boat to assist. And Leadbelly, who had an ear grown on Arthur, was able to hear the ruckus after the performance, and he and Kief also rushed back to help. They ended up with the main help, I guess you could say, of Abyss suddenly viewing the full moon and turning into this strange beast. They had the ability to defeat the encroaching party, actually decapitate Bailey. And that is pretty much where we are opening off today. You guys can kind of see where all the crew are located. It's kind of split right down the middle at the moment where everybody is. But I do have a short cover story to read before we get back into it here today. This is 5 hours, 55 minutes post Sakura Pirate's departure. They thought she didn't know time anymore, but she did, and she could hear the seconds ticking past as they made plans around her. And she wondered what Bill's big idea could be as he chugged cigarettes. And her dress was getting frayed there on her thigh, where she rubbed it with her palm. And that wouldn't do. No, no, no. That wouldn't do. She couldn't just get this replaced. They all wanted to go after that tall stranger with the darkness in his shadow. They hadn't noticed that, but she had. Oh yes, only she had. And they were the pirate with his new old dog, the girl being sent away for her dream, the outsiders with the gross world on their clothes, the one-armed man, the boy who wouldn't stop shivering, poor baby. It made her weep and cry some more. And of course, Bill, who sat before her while she bit her nails, filing them into points against her jagged teeth, while he smoked more cigarettes. He had a small smile on his face, and fresh wrinkles she didn't recognize. What do you say, old friend? Want to go out in the world in my place? Feel the sun on your skin for the both of us. She wanted to say no, was about to shake her head no, tell Bill no. Except then he leaned forward and put a hand on her knee. Maybe get yourself a new dress. On me. I'm going to swing us right back here to the belly boat to open up today. I believe this is everybody. I think Abyss, you had shrunk back into, was it Leadbelly's shadow?
Yes, that is right.
All right, guys. As we come back here, then, some battle scars about the place. This bed over here, wrecked. Parts of the walls and the inner hull over here by the stairs wrecked, where Bailey was savagely throwing his great axe around. You guys have some bodies laying around now, and a little bit of trash in the form of the balloon animals, like burst parts.
Man, this place is a mess.
And one last thing. His Bailey's body has tumbled down the stairs. So if you're wondering where that token is, he is in the bottom floor.
So, Arthur, these fucking clowns, am I right?
Yeah. Oh, so you got a coat rack under your bed you should look at.
A what?
A coat rack. A device that you put your coats on.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I had one of those, but cool. Probably Rivers. It talks? And with that, Leadbelly takes off. He's like, it talks? Like, he's so excited. Before he goes downstairs, though, he's going to look at Spinny and be like, Spinny! Start throwing these guys overboard.
Okay. He's kind of rubbing his head a little bit, but he takes
Dig through
this
their
guy
pockets!
Dig through their pockets.
Yeah,
Okay,
as you're
okay,
running
yeah.
away.
He'll actually walk over here. He's kind of shaking some of this some of the sleep still in his eyes out. He'll walk over here and gather up the burst pieces of the pirouette. And be like, yeah, I got it, Captain. Don't you worry.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
Did you say you wanted to move downstairs?
Yeah, I was gonna let Dill figure out what Kief was doing first and whatnot.
Word.
I was gonna have Moonkeep drag the discarded parts of the balloon animals because it's the lightest thing.
Yeah, they're kind of all about there, kind of in front of the stairs. There were 2 of those creatures in total, but yeah, they just when you brush them up, they don't amass into the big pile you would imagine from the size of those balloon creatures. It's like a normal pile of balloon scraps.
Okay.
All right, heading down to the next floor. Leadbelly, as you come down those stairs, you're gonna see right there laying at the bottom, it is Bailey's decapitated corpse, just slowly leaking blood out, there on your floor. You can see as you kind of come past his body, Glory over there huddled up in the corner.
Hold on 1 second. Before I pass his body, I'm gonna rummage those pockets.
Give me the loot.
Alrighty. So he's got on like a big, great clown costume. He's got that great axe kind of lying nearby. You will notice he's got these big, broad pockets that the ones on his left hip hold a bunch of plates, and most of them are broken at this point. Let me see real quick. Yeah, 9 of them are broken. So you've got 1 of them left intact and a bunch of plate shards. And then in his other pocket are pins, like bowling pins. There's about 10 of them as well, and they're all pretty much intact. He also has 4 javelins strapped across his back, but he actually does not carry that much else besides that weaponry.
Okay, I'm gonna take all that weaponry and put it into Kiryu's like working area. Because I assume he'll be able to do something with it, and then make my way to the captain's quarters. And I'm gonna try to pet Glory. This is the first time Leadbelly and Glory have ever interacted.
Seeing you come down and come toward her, Glory is going to do that thing where she's pretty clearly nervous. She's making herself pretty small there in the corner, but as you get closer, she stands up and arches her back and kind of does that cat thing where they rub against your leg, and she eases up slightly, but she keeps her eyes focused on Bailey.
Nice. Yeah, you keep a watch, and if that body starts to move for any reason, you let me know, and then I will enter the captain's quarters and be like, "Hello, coat rack."
You would hear a slight whimpering, and notably right in front of you, in front of the door there, is an arm. It's just a normal right arm. It's made of some sort of dense metal, and you can tell, like in the shoulder socket, there are a few screws sticking out of it.
Huh. I've never found an arm before. I can grow my own if I want another one. Hello?
Who is it? Don't hurt me.
Captain Leadbelly of the Sakura Pirates. Who are you? You look familiar.
Yeah, if as you kind of creep around this dividing visor, you would see under your bed, just poking out, and face down mostly, is a somewhat actually maybe roll me a history for that just to see if you would recognize it at this point. But you do see a strange mannequin looking thing with no arms, no head. Yeah, at a 7, you got a vague sense of familiarity, but yeah, you see this thing just kind of looking up at you. It's sort of trying to crane its face toward you, and its face you see is on its chest next to a big hole.
You got a funny body. What are you?
I'm a mannequin, and I just want to get back to my mom. What happened up there? It sounded so scary.
Nothing. Don't worry about that. Who's your mom?
She's a nice lady named Carmel. Can you help me up if everything's okay? I don't want to be down here anymore. There's lots of cobwebs.
Yeah, I'll pull him out from under the bed. I'm being nice. So, Carmel, where is this Mother Carmel? That's a weird name, by the way. Who names their kid after food?
Hey, be nice. She's a nice lady, no matter what happened. I know she didn't mean to leave me behind, but she had big dreams, I guess. She had to go to the Grand Line.
Another
that
reason
scary,
to go.
big human.
The scary big human. Do we know each other? You look familiar. Did I beat you up? Did one of my crew kick your ass?
I guess you could call them that. Your crew. It was the one with the sword and the one with the big gun. They tore this hole in my chest, and then your friend Arthur tore my arm apart. It's broken. I can feel it. It's not gonna reconnect.
We can fix that.
To get that fixed too.
But how are you? And like Leadbelly's gonna stop for a second. You can see, like, the mannequin can visibly see the gears turning in Leadbelly's head as he's like trying to figure out, like, how are you alive?
Well, Mother Carmel bestowed life into me, I guess. It was in her powers. I'm called a homie, but I don't have any brothers or sisters. I'm all alone in this strange human world. I don't know much else besides that. I was in a boutique, and she brought me to life just to see if she could. But I was her first creation. How could she leave me?
I don't think she meant to leave you. I mean, listen, if you're not going to cause any harm, which I don't think you could, like, I'm going to be real, you look like you could be kindling at this point, but you can sail with us to the Grand Line. We're heading there as soon as we get a navigator, so I don't have a problem with it as long as you don't cause problems. But I'm curious now. A homie, you say? I would actually, yeah, because I feel like, Abyss, are you hearing all of this? Like, I feel like you would definitely be hearing all of this.
Oh, I'm literally here listening to everything.
Yeah.
I was just gonna reply to you, Ragnar. I would go with history or probably religion over Arcana on this one. But you can roll that. 13. Okay, not bad. Is there anything specific you're sort of looking for, or just a general vibe?
Oh, I just wanted to see if maybe I felt. Or is it like I recognized like what he was going through, something like that?
Sympathy. You're feeling
Okay.
symphony?
Yeah,
Sympathy?
Yeah.
Sure. At a 13, you're well, you're still kind of coming off of the Xebeast unleash, and although there's no, I guess I'll word it, conscious recognition here between you and this mannequin homie, there is there's a tug of, yeah, not to steal what Lucas said, but there's a tug of resonance there with what the mannequin is talking about, specifically when he mentioned how he was created in a boutique.
Okay. You're gonna see Abyss slide out of the shadow there.
The mannequin screams as you come out and kind of topples back into the wall behind him. He's like, ah! Oh, oh, you scared me so bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scream. It's you.
No.
It's you, though. It's another homie. Thank goodness. I've been wanting to talk to you this whole time, but these humans they're so violent. How do you associate with them?
Yeah, this is my homie.
Yeah, we're all friends here.
No, what? No, I'm talking about the creature.
I don't know why I added the regular image earlier.
Word. I like that like guitar pick token. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Be like, for some reason you feel familiar, but I've never met you before.
Of course I feel familiar. We're one and the same. You're a homie, I can tell. Were you made by Mother Carmel too?
And who's Mother Carmel?
Oh, she's the wonderful, beautiful, smart, and kind lady who made me. She's the only human I could stand to be around. I don't get why she left me behind, though. I was her very first creation.
I don't know. As a matter of fact, you're the first I've met that kind of like me, but not exactly the same. I thought I was the only one.
Not to my knowledge. I can feel something. I guess they're my siblings, but they're all so far away and scattered. But I agree, you're undoubtedly a homie, but there is something odd about you. I don't feel that same tug toward you. Are you by any chance not made by Mother Carmel?
No, I was made by. And you see me hold my head and drop to the ground. I was made by. You see me dive back into Leadbelly's shadow.
Toss me out a. Let me please get a religion check. It's going to be combined from both Abyss, and Leadbelly.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Also, I just gotta say, on stream, I have it changed that your token is Chibi Abyss now. Chibiss.
that is actually hilarious. Xebeast.
That's why I have it saved in my like assets folder as.
Religion, let's see what happens with it. You know what's crazy? I'm a zealot and I have no proficiency in it.
Well, that's no problem here today. 17 and 18. Yeah, that smashes the DC I had in mind. As Abyss flows back into your shadow, Leadbelly, you both are going to get sort of a snapshot, I'll say. And Abyss, you are able to see figures in a black, expansive space. It is one tall, long-haired figure with his back turned toward you. And he is speaking to the corpse in your coffin. Clearly alive here in this snapshot, but he wears that same big, broad smile upon his face. It's unmistakable.
Could you put a like an image or like a drawing, a silhouette?
It's like it was a little too abstract to make a map out of, but yeah, let me see. As I am kind of getting that done, I'll also say, from Leadbelly's point of view, you are actually going to see those silhouettes. You're not sure exactly who it could be from your perspective, but the figures are blacked out and the surroundings are there. And you see the unmistakable castle of Mary Joie towering over them as they're in some sort of a courtyard. And you also stare at one of the figures' backs, and the one who is facing you, suddenly you see that broad smile creep across its face.
Oh. Did I eat some mushrooms or something?
Leadbelly hears my voice in the background.
Am I on Torino? Did I eat mushrooms again? That's the man that killed my father.
Yeah, I mean, it's more inky and ever-reaching, but that's sort of like Abyss's view right there. Totally black surroundings. It's like the two figures are standing in space. It's as a starless space itself.
A void. An abyss.
And this is just a snapshot as you go back into Leadbelly's shadow. You feel very much there in that moment, whatever that is, but all of a sudden you're back here in the captain's quarters aboard the belly boat.
Leadbelly's gonna like look down at his shadow and stare into Abyss and like give a nod, like just so that Abyss knows that he saw that as well. I do
Abyss
assume the
blinks
Abyss stares
twice.
back. Yeah, like, got it. All right, Mr. Mannequin. You can, like I said, stay on the ship, but you need to get out of my room. So you're gonna come with us while we go up here, get things cleaned up, and figure out what we're doing now, because we just may or may not have taken out some people. Just don't worry, they were bad guys. I promise. I promise. And like Leadbelly starts to run and go.
Were they human? Wait, get my arm. I can't pick it up.
Leadbelly like
Actually?
grows an arm and grabs the arm and like slaps it against, like, I don't know how I want to do this actually. He picks up the arm, like as he's running, another arm basically grows out of the ground, picks up the arm, throws it at the mannequin where another arm grows out and grabs the arm. Now you carry your arm.
He screams. I'm not even going to try to replicate that one because it's so blood curdling and alien to the mannequin to see that happen. But as you leave the room, you just hear that blood curdling scream.
Nah. So I am going to attempt, as I'm getting back to the crew, to carry this big boy's body up the stairs. Wait, I'm also a big boy. How big is this guy?
He's like about your height, a little shorter, but he's just so broad. He is so broad around that he is in technically a weight class a little higher than you. So
I'm still gonna try. I need to get this dude off my shit. Like,
yeah, I'll need, since you're operating alone, I'm gonna go with an athletics at disadvantage.
let's go. Ain't no way. Let's
Wow.
go.
18 is pretty crazy on a disadvantage. That's wild.
Yeah, I've never
Um,
rolled a disadvantage
yeah.
like that.
It's still pretty hard going. He is still a very heavy, very dense guy. You know, there's some big muscle and big fat there in Bailey's corpse. And getting him up those steps is still a trudge, but at an 18, you managed to do it.
Let's go. I'm back. This guy's fat as fuck.
Throw him pasted down. Say that Spenny, you can see, is already taking care of those bodies.
Yeah, I'm gonna, when I get up there, I'm like catching my breath and whatnot, and I kind of turn to Moon and Arthur and be like, so, what do you guys think the move from here is? Because Kiryu's still doing infiltration. But Arthur, I really need to know your thoughts on this. Things have seemingly turned up to 11.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Captain. I'm not going back out there. There's clowns, and I will put the mission at jeopardy. I think you have a better chance doing this than any, and we gotta wait to get our. We gotta wait. We gotta wait till we find Kiryu. We gotta get our forces together and then strike. But I can't hold it back anymore.
That's fair. Okay, let me think for a minute. And once again, Leadbelly, very visible gears on his face. He is trying his hardest to come up with an actual plan. I'm actually... No, I'm not going to do that. I was going to roll a dice to be like, how good is this plan going to be? Moon, do you have a room there?
Above table, do I have a room there?
At Mr. Mantang's, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's not that far away from the prep room where we were playing in earlier, but I don't know what a room's gonna do.
Well, I'm thinking Kiryu's deep into his and like Leadbelly grows more arms out of his shoulders to do quotation marks infiltration right now. And so here's what I'm proposing. Kief, we go back to the circus. We stay the night there. Arthur, you and Spinny stay here, rest up from the battle, and get ready. We'll reconvene with Kiryu in the morning, see what he's found out, and then go from there. First order of business, though, we do have to get this big boy's body off the ship.
Kind of like third or maybe even fourth order of business. Are we gonna talk with Mr. Mantang about me being able to leave?
Do you need to? Am I still under Mantang's charm above table?
You are not, now that you guys are separated. There was actually, I'm glad you said that. I almost forgot.
Do you really need to? He painted the picture like it was okay that you left. He didn't seem to be bummed out at all that Mystical was with me. He seemed rather happy about it. That said, I couldn't get a read on him.
With Mystical leaving out, he wasn't with Mr. Mantang and Henry for long. He wasn't really as pivotal as a person. I'm not saying in all actuality Mystical isn't that important, because
No, of course not.
knowing what I remember now, I know he is. But
In the
for
Mr.
someone
Mantangs.
for someone that's a part of the big band, yeah, it might be something that we bring up to him, because he might not want to let me go, even if he does actually believe that I should be let go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll talk to him then. I think that's another conversation for the morning. Just in case.
Oh, and plus, we won. We gotta go give an encore. We gotta go show him more of the new path.
That's true. That is true. Where's Spinny at? I need him to help me move
He's
this
above
body.
deck right now.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna yell, Spinny! And I'm gonna grow a mouth out of the top deck, because I think I'm in range of that, right? Like, I'm on the ship.
Yeah, for sure. If you do that, a couple minutes pass, you hear a little trotting, and then down on the other end of the stairs, Spenny runs down. He goes, "What you need, Cap?"
Can you help me? We'll do this together. We're gonna move this clown body and get it out of here. I need you and Arthur to stay here and hold down ship. Also, there's a talking piece of wood downstairs, I think, with Glory right now. He's gonna stay with us. He needs to get to the Grand Line. He seems to be similar to whatever Abyss is, so I think he may be important. At least for our homie. That's what he said Abyss is. Our homie. So yes.
Well,
Let us move
you
the
got
body.
that. Absolutely, you got it.
Oh, is he speaking to Kiryu right now?
No, Kiryu's at the
he's
bar
speaking
still.
to Spenny.
Okay.
He'll head over to Bailey's legs. Are you gonna take his arms, I assume, and We'll do a combined athletics on this one.
Normal or disadvantage?
This one will just be normal.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That's okay, Spinny. I did good enough for both of us.
Yeah, off that crit, and since it's a combined as well, the 12 is not going to detract from you. Spenny kind of, we'll just say that Spenny struggles a little harder to pick him up than you did. You've got those muscles stretched out from getting him up the stairs single-handedly.
Let's go. Yeah, we're going to carry him up and throw his body overboard.
Coming up here above deck. Throw out those bodies. If you guys want to lay down wherever you're coming up, I'll throw Bailey down in a moment. I will say, as you are coming up those stairs, there's a beautiful full moon over the sky.
Abyss, get back downstairs!
I guess I would... Yeah, if you want to act on a split moment decision of Leadbelly heading up those stairs, Abyss, if you would like to throw out a... I'd probably go with Constitution or Dexterity save to speed back below deck, or you can see what happens. Up to you.
Oh, is it? Sorry, I don't know. You said either a dex to go back or a con, or just see what happens?
Either save would be for you darting back downstairs out of view of the full moon. If you just want to see what happens, you can. Just see what happens.
Everybody else seems to be nice. It should be fine. I'm gonna see what happens.
Yeah, let's do this.
As you guys come trudging up with that body, Spenny and Leadbelly grunting as they go. Abyss, you peer up from the shadow and immediately feel a bloodlust open within you. I'm going to pull us back to Henry the Horses. I want to check in with our other player, not present on the belly boat. Kiryu, we left you off there behind with some of the NPCs of the crew as well. You were enjoying a little dance with Rito Misha, and the bar was going crazy for Leadbelly's performance. They're still having a lot of fun. The starlets and the clowns have taken the stage again. What are you up to, brother?
Well, yeah, I think pretty much the dance floor has died down, and I think I just holding her in my arms right now.
Yeah, things are... it's kind of at a lull point. The club's emptied out slightly, but right now a lot of people are over here at the bar getting refills and whatnot. Still a few folks dancing. Rito Misha will look up at you with kind of sunburst cheeks, and she's like, "Oh, I think I drink a little too much. I really need to be getting back to work. Thank you though. You're a good dancer. Wouldn't have expected that from somebody with sea legs.
Yeah. Yeah, what work are you doing right now? It's already late enough. Just enjoyed the night.
I always do, trust me. But I'm the head of house tonight. I really need to put on a professional air and keep notes of how everything's running. Make sure that Henry the horse is proud of me when he gets back. Thank you, really.
And yeah, I look at her and I say, yeah, the house can handle itself. Come on, just yeah, let yourself loose for a night.
You guys are kind of close enough where this fellow who sat near you at the bar, he's leaning with his back on the bar now. His elbows kind of like propped up on it. He smiles and nods at you guys, and he's like, "He's right, Rito. You gotta chill out, girl. It's all good. This circus, this club, our jobs, we ain't going nowhere."
Yeah, see, it's right. He's right.
You want to run a persuasion at this point, and I'll give it to you at advantage.
All right.
Oh, nice. Out of 14, she puts on this coy little grin and she nods and she goes, "Okay, I will dance with you for 30 more minutes, but then I really need to get back to it, okay? Let me go get us another drink." She takes your empty. She'll kind of walk over here. She actually goes behind the bar herself. And with this moment, nearby, you see Kima, who you might fully remember from the bottom of the Panangea Mountains. She walks over to you. She goes, What do you guys think you're doing?"
Well, enjoying the night.
She looks between you and this guy at the bar and she's like, "Enjoying your night. That's easy for some to do, but she's got a job. If Henry," and she's looking more at the other guy now, "if Henry comes back and sees that she's been slacking off with this guy, he's going to be pissed at her. She can't afford to get
Sorry,
fired."
but this guy is right here next to you.
Trust me, I'm fully aware. I can still smell the sea on you.
Said by someone who also travels the sea.
Oh my goodness, you travelers and your pedantics. I don't get her into trouble, okay? That's all I'm telling you. We've got a lot of eyes here tonight. We've got a lot of people who could tell Henry the Horse things, and I don't think your stunt went over really well with the big band in general, okay?
Well, talk about eyes, I know that.
She'll kind of blink and she goes, "What?"
Nah, nothing.
Look, I don't think the big band is going to perform here again tonight. Beetle Brown walked out with a real sour look on his face, and he's got a lot of pull here. He's been here a while. I really suggest you stop putting a target on your back, okay? Just a piece of friendly advice.
All right.
The guy at the bar is going to say, "Little sis, you need to calm down. He's just having a good night, same as everybody else." comes up to you, extends his hand. He goes, "My name is Zeke."
Well, I'm Kiryu. And I shake his hand.
Good to meet you, Kiryu. Good to meet you. Welcome to the formerly known as Henderson Family Circus, Mr. Mantang's Magical Circus. Good to have you here all the same.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And the other guys.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about them. Tell me about your crew. How well do you know them? Captain, he seems like a righteous sort.
Oh yeah, they're good guys. Like we've been through a lot.
Traveled together for months, I bet. Nigh on a year.
Well, it feels like that.
Ah, that's good. You guys, I can tell, you're good companions. We've got a lot of that same camaraderie here, but our family's a little bigger, so there tend to come a few more points of contention, I guess you could say. Don't let Kima scare you. Beetle Brown is all hot air.
Yeah, I get that. I know how it is to be in a big family.
Oh yeah? Got a family, huh? Yeah, this here is my little sister, so I know enough about headaches there. I'm sure if you got one, you understand how that is too.
Oh yeah, I know.
She a part of your crew? Any other brothers or sisters?
Well, not right now. We are searching for her. Maybe
Oh,
you've
well,
seen something like around those parts, this island. A short girl with blue and blonde hair.
oh, well, I not on this island, no, but Kima, did you see that girl back on Samba? I could swear that kind of matches his description. And she just shakes her head, rolls her eyes, and walks away. But Zeke here is going to nod and scratch his chin. He goes, "Yeah, it was over there. It was on our third, fourth stop in Samba in Mozambique town. Um, I vaguely recall she came and played a bunch of games, played some skee ball, the water gun. I'm not gonna lie to you, I remember so hard because I thought she was cute, but I can't confirm if that's your sister, but kind of rings a bell, yeah. Sorry it's
Yeah,
not here though.
it would be something she would do. Well, thank you for the information. Samba.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that was a couple weeks ago now, going on a couple weeks. I really couldn't tell you where she went from there. I don't think she stayed on with the entourage, though. I can tell you that much. I have not seen her since.
Yeah, I get that. Well, at least I know it's in those parts. Shouldn't go
Oh,
too far.
sure. I mean, how have you been tracking her this far? It's kind of a long shot that, I could provide you with a lead like that.
Well, Viva cards. You know.
Whoa, you have one of those? Let me see.
Alright, and I show him the Viva card.
As it kind of goes drifting across your palm, still heading straight due north. His eyes are wide with sparkles, and he's like, "Wow, this is cool technology. We don't even have stuff like this here at Mr. Mantang's. I mean, wow, how on earth did you guys get your hands on this?"
Well, my mentor taught me how to make them.
Who is your mentor? Some kind of god?
Dr. Schnitzel, if you heard of him.
His jaw drops. He goes, wait. Not the Dr. Schnitzel.
I only know of only one of him.
Oh my goodness. So you're like a prodigy. You're like a genius.
I mean, you can say that.
He claps his hands and he goes, hot diggity damn, this is so cool. I never had much of a penchant for this circus stuff. I always wanted to be an inventor growing up, but you know, family business, you have to do what you have to do. I always read about all of the developments he made for the world government, everything he did in the name of science, you know, his work on ergonomics and prosthetics and such. It's incredible. That's amazing. How on earth did you ever meet him?
Well, you know, things happen and that. And I just woke up at his house. Like he took
Oh my
took me and my
God.
brother and sister in.
Nice, nice. You got a brother too. Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
Man, I just cannot get over that. I mean, surely you understand how big of a deal Dr. Schnitzel is. I mean, that's a high honor, my friend.
Well, yeah. I know that.
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
really
he
cool tech.
places a hand on. Oh, sorry, what?
It's a really cool tech.
Incredibly, incredibly. And hey, look, he puts a hand on your shoulder. I'm really sorry about his loss. I want you to know there are a lot of people in the world who felt that too. Even if a lot more have forgotten just what he's done for the world. Yeah, he's a good guy. Was a good guy.
Yeah, thank you. He really was.
At that point, I'll say Rito Misha comes back with the drinks. She hands you one. She goes, "What's up, Zeke? Sorry, I should have gotten you one too." But he just shakes his head. He goes, "No, that's all right." He points at you, Kiryu. He goes, "Do you realize who you're dancing with all night? This here is the prodigy, the protege, the genius student of the Dr. Schnitzel." And she just kind of blinks. She looks blank and she's like, "Oh, nice. Cool. That's wonderful." Which I forget your passive off the top of my head. An 18. Okay, 18 is high. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious she doesn't know who the hell that is.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's not that of a big deal.
Oh, no. I'm sure it's quite incredible. I don't mean to discount it. I'm sorry. That's just awesome. So what did you do? Were you like an intern?
Well, something like that. He basically took me and my siblings in. I pretty much learned everything engineering and tech based from him.
He was a genius, Rito. Even if you don't know his name, you certainly know some of his inventions. I mean, the guy changed infrastructure as we know it. He advanced our road building. His biggest thing was working with Shepard ergonomics. He developed all sorts of prosthetic limbs that were revolutionary, you know, for the time. A lot's developed since then, but
Oh yeah, I
of
have
that
one.
still comes from him.
I have one. I get it out of my bag.
Oh, if you if you pull that hand out of your bag, Rito Misha just kind of looks at it, but Zeke, his eyes go a little wide, but he kind of just, it's not an impolite smirk, but he's just kind of like, oh, yeah, I mean, I can tell it was of high quality. It looks a little busted at this point, but
Yeah, I
yeah.
need to fix it.
What are you trying to, what do you have this for?
Well, I got it from some black market stuff, so yeah, just getting off the wrong hands, literally.
This is Zeke laughing. He laughs and he goes, "Oh yeah, good one, yeah." Well, cool. I mean, yeah, that's quite a lofty treasure. If you can get that fixed up, I bet somebody would pay top dollar for that. It's that new model that everybody's trying to get their hands on.
Yeah, I could fix it, or I could use the parts to something else. I'm an inventor too, you know.
Rito Misha says, "You're an inventor. What else? What have you invented? That's so amazing."
Well, I get, I get the giant case on my back and make it in the surf mode. And yeah, I invented this. I can use it to surf for days. Use goes on with some power.
Now her eyes go wide, and she goes, "Oh wow! Do you think we could, I don't know, maybe take a spin tomorrow during the day? That sounds like a lot of fun."
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's awesome. That's okay. I'll meet you out on the beach. I don't know when works for you. 11:30.
Yeah, why not?
Zeke chimes in now and he goes, "Oh, looks like you two lovebirds got a little date now." And he pats you on the chest. He goes, "Just call me your wingman, Zeke."
Yeah, sure. Birdie.
At that point, I'll say, Brother Belvedere will come up. He goes, "Hey, there he is. What's going on, pal? Where's your captain? I wanted to congratulate him on the good performance up there. Incredible."
Oh, it's you. Oh yeah, I think he went back to the ship. The stone stuff, I think, happened there. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Hope everything's good. But surely you guys are staying through till tomorrow night, right?
I guess so. Most likely.
Yeah, Zeke will say, "Oh man, you gotta. If you're here now tonight, you think this is fun, wait till you see the big finale. It is something else. You know, I've seen it hundreds of times at this point, literally. And there's always a little something new, a little flare of magic that Mr. Mantang injects into it. You guys gotta stick around. I'll make sure that, you know, your guys' tickets are comped tomorrow. You put on a good show tonight. You seem like good folks."
Yeah. I know everything you guys do will be amazing. Every night will be entertaining.
Hema comes back over and she cuts in. She says, "You can't just hand out tickets like that. They gotta pay like everybody else. That's not the way it goes. You guys are gonna have to pay."
And you come back to ruin the fun again.
She crosses her arms and glares at you, and she's like, "Well, think about it from my point of view. I get stuck with janitor retrieval duty, and as it turns out, the janitor doesn't even want to be with the circus anymore. He wants to be with a pirate. I missed the entire first night of tips. Do you know how much money that is?"
Nope. I mean, everyone with their problems, right?
Well, isn't that the truth? Everybody does have problems. I don't imagine you would know what a hard day's work is like, or worth.
No, I pretty much think I do. But real hard work, where you yourself work.
At these two figures who came in with the group on the front end, they come up off the bar and they start kind of walking toward the door. As they go past, the bearded lady stops, kind of overhearing this conversation. She says, Kima, you gotta relax with the guests if you want to get anywhere. Why don't you go practice your trapeze artistry some more? And Kima puffs, walks around all of you, and give me, this is not a very difficult one at all. I guess this would just be a regular strength save.
All right.
As she shoulder checks you.
I don't even budge.
Yeah. It was not difficult to begin with. You're solid as a rock, though. She effectively shoulder checks herself. She harumphs as she walks past everybody. And the fellow who is done up in purple magician's garb, he stares at you with this really intense glare, you could say, but it's not angry. It's just kind of a neutral glare that he's worn since he walked in. And he goes, "Apologies for Kima. I am the Mystic, and we welcome you to Mr. Mantang's. If you should require anything, you or your friends, you need only come to me, to Zeke, or any of us besides Kim. We will all be glad to help you."
Yeah, thank you for your help. I'm glad you can have
Would
us.
you like to see a magic trick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. He pulls out a deck of cards, and he does a really quick, really tight shuffle. He does the whole thing where he I don't know what you call it, but they do it in Vegas where they'll slip them from one hand to the other, holding their arms out. He does that, and it's perfect. The cards land in a really tight pack. And as he shuffles them one more time, he spreads them out, and he goes, "Pick a card."
All right. I guess I just pick a random card.
Yeah, I rolled privately for that. You are going to draw the 6 of hearts from that deck.
Yeah, also,
Memorize it. Do not show it to me. Do not show it to me. Once you have it memorized, put it back in my deck. Anyway,
What card it was?
You had the 6 of hearts.
All right.
What's that perception for?
Keep an eye on him.
Okay. Very good roll then. Yeah, you keep an eye on him, and he actually shuts his eyes as he shuffles the deck again. Takes twice as long this time. Not that long, but you can tell he's really putting some effort into it. He does the whole card fly again, and then he cuts it. And as he turns the deck up to you, you see that 6 of hearts. This is your card.
Yep, it is. Did I see him?
Wonderful. I've still got it. And he pockets the cards and he goes, "Would you like to see another?"
Yeah, sure. Before that, did I see what trick he used?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll honor that 21 perception for that. You're keeping a really close eye on him, and you can't tell what the trick was. You don't get how he did that.
Oh man. Alright, alright. Show me another trick.
Wonderful. I'm going to need you to take these 2 dice. And he hands you 2 dice.
Yep.
Now, after I roll my 1 dice, I will be able to predict what your 2 are going to roll. And as he rolls out the dice, it's a simple 6-sided dice. I'm going to make this one public. Aha! 5. Wonderful. You will roll snake eyes. And once, if you decide to roll them, it will not be a physical roll. In-game, I guess I should say.
Yes, do I roll a d6?
You roll them both, and they come up snake eyes.
Oh, alright.
I'll still carry on with that 21. You're still looking and trying to figure out exactly what the trick is. You're looking at his dice, your 2 dice. There's nothing different about them. They're standard black and white dice. His is no different from your 2. And you're not really sure what the role is. If it's, something to do with the dance flooring here. But the mystic crosses his arms and he goes, I'm pretty good, aren't I?
Yeah, I guess you're. Now can I show you a trick?
Oh, please! Many a man has come and tried to best my magician skills. Go right ahead.
Well, does any of you have something broken on you?
The bearded lady is going to go, Zeke's here pretty broken-hearted.
Well, I can't really fix people after. That's not my specialty.
Belinda, shut up. I'm so over it. Like, that was years ago, okay? Jeez. Rito Misha will be like, what exactly do you mean broken?
Like maybe a piece of cloth that is ripped off, or I don't know, something bent, piece of metal.
She's going to walk around everybody, go back to her seat at the bar, and she
Maybe
grabs
one of
clipboard.
Alright.
What was it?
I'm saying if one of the chairs if is uneven or something.
You say that, but she's like walking back over. She kind of stumbles ever so slightly, and as she gets up to you, she just snaps the clipboard over her knee and she hands the pieces to you. She goes, "This is broken."
Oh, all right. This is a bit extreme, but all right. And yeah, I'm gonna turn around and use mend.
Nice. Yeah, as you piece those 2 pieces of clipboard back together, it is damn near perfect. It's maybe the tiniest little seam that you can see as Rito holds it really close to her face, and she goes, "Wow, what on earth?"
No.
She starts.
The spell says
starts-
leaving no trace of the former damage. It's in the spell.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It does. My bad. She still holds it up close to her face. She's like, wow, this is incredible. She's like bending it back and forth. She's like, how on earth did you do that? How did he do that, Mystic? The Mystic crosses his arms. He goes, well, he is a seasoned traveler. He has artistry in the palm of his hand. He knows a thing or two about creation and reparation. You hear the rest of them, including Brother Belvedere, they all go, ooh.
Well, yeah, I know a few tricks myself.
What else can you do?
Tell me something that's happening behind my back. Anything. Any person, what they're doing.
She'll say, well, one of the clowns on break is dancing by himself.
All right, then, and I'm gonna describe the exact moves he's doing.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. Yeah. The clown is he's on rhythm, but he's not dancing well. He's kind of like doing this like hopping from one leg to the other, both arms in the air, just kind of he's kind of doing the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man in a way.
Well, I've seen better moves.
Belinda, the bearded lady, just chuckles and she goes, yeah, clowns cannot dance.
Nah, they certainly can, but doesn't mean they're good at it.
At that point, the mystic will nod and he says, very interesting. You are one of the more skilled magicians that have come across Mr. Mantangs in my time. But are you good enough to do one of my tricks in reverse?
All right, then show me your trick.
Watch this. And he takes out a balloon now. He starts blowing it up. You see it inflate and inflate and inflate. And he lets it kind of hang there. You know how a balloon does when you hold on to the end of it. Sort of hangs.
Yeah.
But then he shows his hand to you. It's completely empty besides this balloon. And he lets it go. And as it's just sort of hanging there, it suddenly uprights itself as if it were filled with helium and floats beside him. And he crosses his arms again. He goes, now, let's see you do that. He'll hand you a balloon, an unblown balloon.
All right, then.
We'll kind of let you parse out how you want to attempt this, but door is kind of wide open, I guess.
Well, could I use precipitation as yeah, that could use. I could use this thing anyway.
Yeah, I would let that one pass for this.
I could use it
If
to
you-
make the balloon stay in air with some sort of wind or water temp.
Yeah,
warm.
I see warm. I see you can conjure like warmth from this. So yeah, I would say that checks out.
And I
You
could use mend to close the balloon, so air doesn't let through. If you know what I'm trying to get.
yeah, I don't know if there's not really a tear. It's just in the design for there to be a hole.
Then I could
in the balloon. So
I could tear it myself with my fingernails and repair it so it is still shut.
okay, if that's what you want to do.
Well, if that will work.
If you if you go to start like tearing off the end of the balloon, the mystic is just going to point at his own balloon and say, now, I told you to do my trick, not to make your own trick. Besides, we've already seen you repair something that was broken. Let's just see now. How long can your balloon stay in the air?
Yeah, it seems like your trick is the sort of a trick is even beyond me, but I can make it stay in the air. Yes, I just tie up
Well,
the end.
so
of the
far
balloon.
so good.
Yeah, just tie up the end. Or yeah, bend it.
He if you're gonna do that, he will chuckle and just be like, "No faith in your own natural abilities. You had to rely on some old trick. I understand. Not everybody is on the level of the mystic."
Well, it says it can create a puff of wind, so precipitation. So I could make the balloon move around. Can
True.
I?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do that.
Oh, how fancy. Oh, he's upstaging me. Oh, wait. And he makes like a little pointer finger out of his hand and just kind of whips it around. And his balloon starts to revolve around your balloon as it makes its way around. I don't know if it's around the room or around the group of people, but it starts double timing its revolution around your balloon.
Where can I recreate that?
I'll say you can try, yeah. You can try to match that tempo.
Yeah, what do I have to roll?
I could see it being like a sleight of hand.
All right, perfect.
Oh man. Pretty cool actually. 23 is goated. The balloons start like doing this pretty mesmerizing revolution around each other. Your balloon is kind of trying to revolve around his balloon as his revolves around yours, and its speed does catch up to it as you're able to kind of replicate that.
Nice.
And now the mystic will applaud. He says, "Oh my, very nice, very nice. He is meeting my every standard. But what about this?" And he'll do a little like flick of the air, and his balloon suddenly starts doing that thing where you let go of a balloon and all the air starts escaping and it launches around the room. Spirals all around above, almost hits the ceiling, and then rests in the same spot beside the mystic, still fully inflated, still in the air, suspended. Are you cooking up something to mimic that?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I have seen any hint of what he's doing by now?
Still off that 21 from earlier. If you wanted to roll again, I would only honor the higher at this point.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
not going to be a replacement. Up to you. But off that 21,
Yeah, 19.
yeah, you're still not picking up on what exactly it could be that he's doing. It really looks like it's just kind of effortless. And at first, with the card trick, the dice trick, those were, that was kind of one way or the other. Even the balloon at first had you a little bit, I suppose, unimpressed, objectively speaking. But at this point, that was something strange. By all metrics, the air should have blown out of that balloon 30 seconds before it came to rest beside his head, yet it's still floating there, perfectly inflated. He's not putting in any extra work with it either.
Well, I could I could just pop the balloon and maybe mend it again. Something like that.
Pop your balloon?
Yeah. And then
Okay,
mend it,
if that's-
and yeah, with prestigation, fill it back with air before gets back
If
to my
that's what
hand.
you want to try to do, go for
Yeah.
it.
Do you need other side of any?
As soon as you pop it, he will guffaw and he will say, "See? Nobody can match the might of the mystic." And he takes his balloon in between his thumb and forefinger, and as he does, it deflates silently. It's as if it didn't even escape the balloon, it just totally disappeared, and he puts it back in his pocket. "You can keep yours, son. And know this, you have moderate skill as a magician, Should you like a job here at Mr. Mantang's, I could use more willing proteges, indeed.
Well, magic tricks aren't really my specialty, so this is just.
You shun magic, you say? How dare you insult magic?
I'm not trying to insult magic. I'm saying this is just what comes to me naturally. Some tricks.
Yes, tricks. Tricks, they call them. Tricks, indeed. We're all just full of tricks, aren't we?
Well, you can say that.
Well played, son, and the offer stands if you change your mind. And the mystic extends his hand to you.
Well, I'm not gonna join the circus, but it was nice meeting you. And I shake his hand.
You enjoy the rest of your stay at Mr. Mantang's. Hope to see you at the finale tomorrow.
Oh, sure I will.
And he and the bearded lady are going to make their exit. Anything else you want to do here, Kiryu?
Not really.
All right, I'm going to bring us back over to the belly boat. Leadbelly, you and Spenny laboriously bringing the corpse up the stairs. Even with the two of you, you know, you rolled that critical, but this is a heavy guy, and you both are like kind of straining under it, focused on the weight of his body. Abyss, you are feeling that bloodlust, and the moon above you almost seems to become this shade of vague red.
The silence makes it scarier.
You feel yourself beyond your own faculties pulled out of Leadbelly's shadow. And as you take form, you can take form somewhere on this deck, pretty much anywhere that you like. You will take form as the Xebeast once again.
Ragnar!
What's good?
You've become Xebeast.
Ayo. Yeah, you need me to repeat any of that?
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, so I was saying as Leadbelly and Spenny were getting Bailey's corpse up onto the deck, you are back under the basking full moon over Roshuan. And as you are sort of staring up at it from Leadbelly's shadow, there's this vague red film almost that seems to overcome your vision of the moon. And you can lay out the Xebeast token pretty much anywhere here on the deck that you like, as you are pulled from Leadbelly's shadow outside of your own control.
Could you make my token smaller and his token bigger?
I think that with the grid, that's as small as yours will go right now. Would you guys like me to take the grid off of this map?
You can if it makes it easier.
No, the grid is still there, so we can use movements and stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. But yeah, that's as small as it will go, but I'll make his bigger here.
Ah, perfect. Big Abyss, you can help us with this body.
I don't really know what's supposed to happen at this point. Do I have control? I don't think so.
You do have a sense of control, though above table it is not quite Abyss that is here right now. Xebeast, as you come out upon this deck, there is that bloodlust that I mentioned within you at the moment, but really, you are standing tall and proud as you take form under this full moon. You have those 3 heads on your belt, Revan's, Killian's, and now Bailey's, and they sort of, the bones of the first 2 sort of like clatter together. And you feel like you're taking a really, really refreshing shower.
Spinny, don't panic. That's just Big Abyss.
Okay. Xebeast is gonna walk over to me. I see the fool has released me.
The who?
The fool, of course.
Who's the fool?
That weakling of a man, Abyss.
Aren't you Abyss?
Don't insult me. And you see him swipe an attack at the captain.
Let's go.
Okay, interesting. Actually, with this attack, your paw? Are you just kind of swiping at him? Yeah, okay. Your paw goes right through Leadbelly, as if you are mist. And it reforms, as you go past him, but you're looking at your hand as this sort of shimmery, shadowy mist reforms. And then you look at Leadbelly, who is unfazed entirely.
What is this?
So, you're not Abyss, but you live in Abyss, or you guys occupy the same,
What has he done to me?
Who? Spinny, are you confused? I'm so confused right now. Above table, I do know what's going on.
Answers.
Spenny has, he's still holding on to Bailey's legs, but he has actually visibly pissed himself. Rolled a private constitution save for that.
Oh
and
my
he's just
God.
standing there shaking, staring at Xebeast. Ragnar, I will take a nature check from you.
Wait, from Xebeast or from Abyss?
From Xebeast.
Alright, because that's a completely different check.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah, this is Xebeast.
Oh, we could see the 5, but it makes it funnier
It
because we
says
didn't
it
know what it
was.
was for.
Did you see that one too?
I saw that one
Yeah.
just now.
What? Okay, well. What are you gonna do?
We're seeing the God screen.
Well, you
No!
All right. Off that 14. You are. Oh, I wish I shouldn't have deleted that. But I guess this is on a different map. Never mind. You are gonna see that abstract land of inky blackness stretching on forever. And the 2 figures, the one with the long hair, his back turned to you, and the figure of the corpse in the coffin with that smile on his face. And you see them this time shake hands. And the corpse, quote unquote, says to this long-haired man, "Sounds like the beginning of a marvelous friendship." And I will take I'll take either, I guess wisdom would make sense. I'll let you choose between a wisdom or a constitution saving throw. Correct me if I'm wrong. He makes these at advantage as
advantage?
well, correct?
Yeah, because of the
okay.
moonlight.
Perfect. Off that 21, as they take their hands apart, the man with the long hair says something, but it sounds like muffled, almost like he's speaking like almost like he's speaking slightly above table, but like through one of those paper towel rolls that they'll make when they're trying to disguise their voice through the phone. It sounds like that, and it sounds far away, and while you can't make out what he says, from this angle that you are able to see them, this tall, long-haired man passes the corpse, a devil fruit. You feel a bit of memory synthesize with abysses from earlier. And you start to have an unshaking feeling of displacement.
Of fruit and people. What is this jargon?
Is he saying this
The
out
best
loud?
way to quell a shattered mind is with a feast. No.
Oh my god! Okay, cool. So I got 2 crewmates for the price of 1 with Abyss. And this one
If you're
eats
going
corpses.
I'm devouring the shadow.
Yeah.
I'm devouring the shadow.
Oh, okay.
If you move on that shadow, yeah,
Yeah,
you start devouring. Oh my god. He rolled him over and took him from behind. Oh my god. Oh no, not the Clussy.
No!
Hit him with the Clussy, bro. Ain't no way. Yeah, as you're munching on that shadow, pieces violently start ripping and disappearing from Bailey's actual body. And the blood remains behind, but the flesh itself disappears. It sort of melds into the shadow that you are eating, and it all slowly starts to dissipate. I'm not sure how much you're trying to eat on this guy, but go for it.
That was
Hell yeah, he got his fill.
phenomenally delicious. Now that I'm full, I am quite, how can I explain, more civilized.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm Leadbelly. I'm Abyss's captain. Does that make me your captain as well?
Nonsense, and I swipe and attack him again.
Unfortunately, it's that same misty dissipation
Yeah, I predicted
factor.
as much.
Can I touch him?
Yeah, it just passes right through him. You can try. You reach out your hand to him.
I do.
You are able to touch a hand upon his chest or shoulder or wherever you're trying to reach out to him from.
Ah, so I can touch you, but you can't touch me.
That's probably something because of Abyss. That fool is probably holding me back somehow.
Probably. Abyss is pretty clever like that. I can see him doing something like that.
I can tell. The fact that I could devour that clown yet can't harm you says enough.
Well, I think you're pretty neat. You should be part of the crew.
I refuse.
Whoa.
He'll be back once he becomes Abyss.
Xebeast dives overboard.
Pretty much.
Eat the other bodies.
Damn. As he goes, Leadbelly, you saw Spenny back up and fall over against the banister as Xebeast was feasting on Bailey. And he's just kind of sitting there wide-eyed, shivering, that piece of his lip still kind of hanging off. He's just, what just happened to Abyss? What was that?
Oh,
what
Smitty,
was that, Captain?
You act like you've never seen someone get eaten before, okay? Abyss is...
I mean, that was freaky, but what was that? What did he turn into?
Rightfully, I do not know. Abyss is something called a homie. And I have no idea, like, what that entails completely. But we have to respect it and assume that he will be back. He doesn't act like this usually, so I'm going to assume that this is a, like, temporary thing.
God, I hope you're right. I thought Abyss was creepy enough, but I really miss him after seeing that thing.
Oh, Abyss is great.
We should get this body off. I don't want this body on here anymore.
Oh yeah, definitely not. We got to throw all of these bodies overboard. Is this body still here, the big one?
How much of Bailey did you eat, Ragnar?
What a wild question.
Oh, I left his from his ankles to his feet. I don't like feet.
Oh my god. Not even bones? You ate the bones?
Oh, the bones are there.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to keep the skull
Then,
so that Abyss has it for his collection.
Eventually, I think the future is to decorate the entire boat in like a layer of bones around it and under it.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna keep his bones so that Abyss can have them for his collection.
Just so people understand what happens when you lose to us. We don't even leave your bodies any dignity.
Yeah, no. Surprise attack? Definitely not. If he's just bones, Spinny can carry those bones downstairs and put them with whatever area of the ship Abyss usually tends to. I'm gonna throw the rest of these bodies overboard.
I'm not touching those bones, Captain. I'm sorry. I try to do what you say, but I don't. If we're not getting rid of it, I don't want anything to do with it.
Okay, cool. I'll take them.
We have a good question in chat right now.
Oh.
Is it what Arthur said?
Pretty much.
Yeah, he so since we're curious, Bailey was somewhat big boned. It did not account for all of his size, but definitely that skull is bigger than a normal human skull. And yeah, some of these I guess the tibia, I think is what it's called, like those big limb bones are definitely a little wider and broader. But a lot of that was just all him.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like daisy chain the big bones downstairs behind me as I walk down there to go talk with Kief and Arthur. Like, I'm just gonna grow hands and pull the bones with me.
Gotcha.
Okay.
They're coming down here.
Arthur's asleep. My man passed out. He's tired. So Abyss turned into that giant monster thing again and ran away. I'm sure he'll be back. Seems like it's temporary. May have something to do with the moon. I don't know. You ready to head back to the circus then, Kief?
Wait, you're saying that the big thing that killed Bailey was Abyss?
Yes. Yeah.
I thought you guys had another crewmate.
Apparently we do. Yeah, apparently it was like a 2-for-1 deal. Like, he came with Abyss, and Abyss already comes with another body. So, like, that's basically 3 for 1.
Well, if you keep on recruiting people like that, we'll have a big band that'll even rival the Path.
Exactly. It'll be beautiful. Can you imagine storming the gates of Marie Joie, playing a jaunty tune as we behead some celestial dragons?
It has to be the Serenade of the Captured. That way they know it's us.
Exactly. See, Kief, you see the vision. Arthur snores.
I guess, yeah. We head back in, play our encore. Oh, are we staying for the grand finale? It almost completely slipped my mind.
Well,
The big finale.
I think we need to check in with Kiryu first and see what he thinks. But we do need to get as much intel before we make any type of formal plan to attack or not attack these guys, so... And I don't want to hurt someone that treated you and Mystical correctly, so... That said, these clowns showing up on the ship out of nowhere and attacking Arthur. That's no good. That's no bueno.
Well, they work for Henry, and I haven't heard of them attacking people for no reason. But
I'll cut in just for some Kief knowledge there. This isn't even necessarily something you need to roll for. Bailey is the captain of the guard, pretty much, and it is not orthodox that he chases down people he suspects of not having a ticket, but you probably wouldn't be too surprised to know that he felt strongly about it. Strong enough to do what he did tonight.
Yeah. He doesn't usually go after people without good enough reason, at least. But he has done so in the past. But if we go back there, I'm sure we can work it all out. I don't think Mr. Mantang would mind if the crew of the new Path got in without buying a ticket. Wait,
Yeah, see.
I gave them money to buy tickets.
Kief. I'm gonna put my hand on his tiny, tiny shoulder, and I'm gonna say, "We're pirates," and then start walking up the stairs.
Yeah, we're musicians first. As Kief runs up a single step at a time, jumping up behind him.
Oh, I like that. I love having a tentata on the crew. I love just the imagery
wait.
of that.
Give me a ride. It'll be faster.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like reach down below me and like pick him up.
All right, Leadbelly and Kief bound back for Mr. Mantang's proper. If Arthur is truly asleep, going to bring us elsewhere in one moment.
He is.
As he swims deeper.
I want to join back up with the Xebeast and play out some of what you've been typing in the chat, Ragnar. As you swim along, strangely enough, you'll remember from last time, Abyss was able to kind of like sink and walk along the bottom of the ocean pretty effortlessly. There was no issue of breathing, no issue really of like physics either. It was rather unusual and definitely not something he had done before at that point. Now entering the water as the Xebeast, you are kind of innately able to navigate as if you were a marine creature. Your body flaps fluidly through the water, and you're able to carve good distance in really good time.
It seems there were no more lands to conquer until I arrived. I remember seeing something in my memory. Abyss faced quite a beast here. Let's see who shall conquer these lands. I will say above table, his natural instincts is to like be a leader of his own prairie, so he can't help it.
For sure. Are you still going to want to send out that Necrotro?
Oh yeah, for sure. So the first thing he goes down, you see surround himself with this electricity, and a black lightning just sparks off from his body. Of course, it's extremely enhanced, especially because of the moon now. Usually, it wouldn't stretch further than like maybe the paw, but now it flares off his entire coat, giving him some form of like think of the Super Saiyan 2 effect. That's dope, actually.
Hell yeah, okay. That's cool.
And you hear him whisper, "Abyss, I know you're listening. Look, everything my lightning touches shall be yours." As the lightning flares off and he swims deeper.
Nice. As you do that, just before you swim off, and I guess as you're saying that, I want to add a note that you see a bunch of marine life just go belly up, from their hiding places in the coral, in the rock. A few of them just further back in the inky darkness. They just go belly up, and you see them float up totally dead toward the surface. As you're swimming away, I'd like you to go back to Abyss's sheet and roll me a charisma save.
Oh, sure. So we got here. That's my charisma.
Wow. That's crazy.
And I don't have advantage because I'm not outside.
Oh, well, that was with Xebeast, but yeah, I'll leave that.
No.
That's
No, that was with Abyss. I just I have Xebeast clicked as my profile.
Oh,
Yeah.
word, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, Xebeast's charisma is
Yeah.
close to that.
As Xebeast swims away, and we'll say from like a is there actually, I'm gonna say this time it was like about a quarter-mile radius stretch either which way. You see all these creatures going belly up toward the surface. You're going to pass 4 minnows. And Abyss is going to feel this intense stirring from deep wherever he is stored right now. On a critical, I'm going to from there, I'm going to leave it up to your role-playing, Ragnar, however you would want to handle this interaction. I'll give you the option, though, to have Abyss regain control. Not permanently under the full moon, but for, we'll say, 30 seconds.
Oh, what I'll do here is I would have Abyss's face show up, like, think of like Sukuna in Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Like his face would just pop over it, and he'd be like, Abyss would be like, I have no desire for any of the things you're saying. What I want is to find out what I am and my purpose. And then Xebeast would reply, your purpose is what I give you. There is no talking back. And you see Abyss shudder back away.
Wow, nice. Spicy. As you do shudder away, far off in the dark depths.
Well, he only shuddered away because he hit him with NacReacts. That was the idea. He hit him with lightning.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, even still, after that encounter, I guess you would say, between you two from the darkness on the edge of vision itself, you would notice the panda shark, which you encountered and did minor battle with as Abyss in the waters of Ryomachi, and then you saw in your dream recently. And it swims up with those milky eyes and just stares directly at the two of you, unmoving except for the light flapping of its tail behind it.
Mikey, take it to the end.
Oh, there we go.
All right. I just wanted to be sure. All right, continue what you're saying.
I got you. Yeah, the panda shark is just swimming still. Its back tail just kind of flapping very, very slowly, very lazily, and it stares at the two of you. You almost get the feeling it might say something, but it just stares.
If it isn't my subordinate. And then soon as he says that, Abyss comes out. No! He killed my friend!
The panda shark's head, by whatever metric you think you can define it, the panda shark's head kind of bows.
Abyss is confused. Their face is split half and half like Two-Face right now.
Oh, that's really cool. Ooh. I like that. The panda shark will then turn pretty much completely around and face, not fully with his back to you, but faces this way.
Has claimed this land.
And that's when he swims away.
Okay. He just swims over to the panda shark?
Yeah, basically. Wait, did you hear what I said earlier?
Maybe not. Repeat it. You might have cut out. I'm not sure. All I heard was like he swims.
He muted him.
I think, yeah, ever so slightly. I think you cut out a little bit. All I heard was he swims and your token moved there. Hey, it wouldn't be D&D without some sort of internet issue. I'm shout out to my ISP. I'm not going to give them the shout out because I don't like them, but they're actually holding it through today. All right. That's not quite where I wanted to end that scene off, but actually it will work for now. I'm gonna bring us.
Bum bum ba-dum, bum bum ba-dum. Like and subscribe.
Sorry, y'all just had to get a couple things organized on this map before I brought you over here. Okay, there we go. Characters annihilated. You guys, Leadbelly and Kief, can drop your tokens somewhere over here as you walk back to Mr. Mantang's. And as you get closer on this front group of guys here surrounded by the fire, these three are kind of standing around their buddy who is just laying on the ground. He's got like cut off shorts around his knees, and he's just like splayed out, arms to the side. You see his legs are wet, like dripping wet. and there is a strange, dark scarring trailing up his body over across his dead face.
Wait, what is it? Sorry, I was typing.
No, you're good. Well, if you want to play that out, if you guys want to have that conversation, feel free.
No, you're good. I will read it out for chat. I was just like, yeah, then she said she was pregnant. I was like, damn, I'm a pirate. And left. So I see a dead man. Is that what you said, though?
Yeah, this group over here by these fires, these four guys, you passed them earlier, but now everything is illuminated by firelight. And this guy over here is laying down. His arms are splayed out to the side. His eyes are wide open. His mouth is open. He's pretty obviously dead. And his legs are soaking wet with this strange black or dark scarring coating his legs, crawling up his body and stretching across his face.
He has armament hockey. What's wrong with this guy? I mean, he's clearly dead, but like, what happened over here?
I don't know, man. He was taking a piss in the ocean, and then he just fell over dead. We pulled him out a few seconds later, but we can't revive him. I don't know what to do.
Huh. Kief, I don't know how to react in this situation. Do we just leave them to mourn their friend?
I don't know. We never really see anything like this normally at Henry's.
So wait.
Sleep it off. Maybe that'll help. Because Kief, who has no proficiency in medicine, just spitballs an answer.
Well, he's dead.
Sleep
so
it
I
off. Look at him. He's fucking dead.
Yeah, he's dead, so I can't heal him.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's already halfway there. He's sleeping.
So wait, he was in the ocean? Like, how long ago did this happen?
I don't know. Just a couple minutes ago now.
Like, what did it look like?
I don't know. Didn't look like anything. It looked like he was taking a piss in the ocean.
Well,
Kief, I think this was a piss.
That guy. I don't mean to be that guy, but maybe he shouldn't have been pissing in the ocean. Maybe it. You know what it might be? It might be the curse of the sea god.
Ooh, yeah, maybe she felt disrespected and the Mother Sea took him out, man. She is a cruel mistress.
Oh, Ragnar, you did not miss too much. I cut away for the moment, but I cut to Leadbelly and Kief, who they've outside of Mr. Mantang's entrance, they came across a random guy who appears to be quite dead from some sort of water-sustained injury while he was pissing in the ocean.
Almost looks like necrosis.
Almost looks like necrosis got shot into his body. Huh?
Yeah,
It's strange.
It's crazy.
But we
It's
wouldn't
crazy.
know anything about that.
No. Well, you guys should bury him and mourn your friend. Kief, that was a miss for sure. That was a miss.
What? He can do something like that?
I'm guessing. I've seen him attack people with stuff like that before. That's like another problem. That's like a fifth thing on the list.
Well, I think I might have seen him before. He's not important to the circus. It's okay. It's okay.
Wild.
He's not a real person.
Yeah, he's just a carny. Wait, we don't have to go there. We have the performance entrance. I just remembered. I've been here before.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna get that bear.
Isn't that the same entrance? Above table, isn't it the same entrance?
No, it's like over here.
Yeah, there was a side entrance over here on the side, and then this is the general admission.
Alright. Then Moonkeef hops back up on Leadbelly's shoulder and just points him to the performer door. Like that one, the one we walked through earlier.
Nice. Are you guys make your way inside the entrance? You said you're linking back up with Kiryu?
Yes. Wait, we haven't blown the cover yet for Kiryu, so I think we'll just make our way back to Henry the Horses and head to Kief's like resting area, but correspond with Kiryu to let him know that we're back and we're spending the night in this area, kind of thing. And clue him in on what happened on the ship, and that we killed a clown, and like 4 or 5 other clowns, maybe. Who was counting?
And some random clown on the beach who wanted to piss in the ocean.
He wasn't quite a clown. I guess we'll call him a carny. That works.
He was some random dude.
Maybe he was a man-made clown, we could say.
A self-made clown.
Yeah,
He's not
there
the
we go.
original random dude. He's just some random
There you go. I like that. Pull us back here to Henry the Horses. It's progressively getting later. The club is emptying out a little bit. As you guys come in, what is immediately going to stand out to you, Kief, is that the big band is nowhere to be seen in here.
This lady that's talking with Kiryu, she works for Henry, right? You said earlier?
Yes, you would know her very well. This is Rito Misha, who is Henry the Horse's assistant manager. She's pretty much just his assistant. She handles really like low tier tasks. So you guys don't have too much professional liaison with her, but you guys are around each other all the time, kind of the same as like Hera, the bartender. You know them pretty well.
Yeah. Kief is gonna kind of point Leadbelly over to Rita and say, "Hey, was the big band that upset about their loss?"
Oh, Kief didn't move with me.
She just kind of looks around the club. She goes, you haven't seen them since the performance?
No, I had to head out. There's not anybody dead on the beach.
Zeke is like, he's sipping on a beer and he kind of sputters and he's like, "What? There's somebody died on the beach?"
Yeah,
No. There's nobody.
I look straight into Leadbelly's eyes.
Leadbelly looks back at you like, have you seen the meme of the cat, like the chicken, the cat? He looks back at you like the cat, like just.
Did you do that?
No. Some carny out there was peeing in the ocean and just kind of fell over, from what his friends said. We just walked up on it.
I don't actually say that, but he gets the message.
Yeah. I relayed that to the woman, so Kiryu could overhear it as well.
At that point, Squint will actually interrupt the conversation. He comes kind of stumbling up, a drink raised high. He goes,
"It's the Captain Leadbelly.
Oh, fuck.
Incredible, Captain. You did really..." Excuse me. You did so good. You had this place living it up.
Excuse me, miss. How much would it cost for me to get this drunk gentleman and I guess that guy, and I point at Kiryu, acting like I don't know him, doing the Luffy like whistle thing, and like and that guy a room. I just like the cut of his jib. He looks like a nice dude.
Kief leans in.
Wait,
Trying to get around.
what are you asking specifically?
I'm asking the woman who works here to give like how much it would be to get Squint a room here and Kiryu. So 2 rooms. Squint and the dumb brothers can stay together.
She just kind of looks a little flustered as she scans the whole club, and she goes, "Oh, we don't have rooms here. You can find them at the Hotel Carlisle, though." But Zeke will step forward and he'll be like, "Yeah, I can help you out. You guys did incredible. We don't have a room per se for free. You'd have to rent it from Carlisle, but I have a tent that's empty. You can borrow it. You can set it up and stay there the night. I was
Just
telling your
these
buddy
2.
here I would love."
I'm gonna stay with Kief, but just these guys can sleep in the tent. And I give a thumbs up to Kiryu, like.
He was, "Oh,
I look
okay,
at you like I
great."
want to kill you.
Yeah. Shake
I
and
give
bake,
a
baby.
thumbs up to Rito. I don't know. I just saw everyone else doing it, so I figured I was next.
Yeah, Keith, you don't have any idea where the big band could have gone, do you?
Maybe in the prep room, possibly in the staff housing. They might have called it quits early tonight. We did kind of steal the show from them, and this is their show.
Ooh, if you say that, she refocuses on you. She blinks a few times and she goes, We are the big band. You are the they, the big band. What are you talking about, Keith?
I've been on a new path. And Keith kind of shoots finger guns to Leadbelly.
Who's nodding and smiling like Pedro Pascal.
Sorry, it might come off as a lot sudden, but I actually gained some of my memories back, and that's part of the reason why I was staying around with Mr. Mantang. Was he was trying to help me jog my memories, and one of the main things that was helping was music. And reuniting with Leadbelly, it really did brought me back.
Wow. I mean, that's incredible, but so wait, what am I gonna tell Henry the horse? What are you leaving? You're not leaving.
Well, he's coming back tomorrow, right? He has to be here for the grand finale.
Yes, I believe he's just spending the night in Big Town tonight. He should be back for tomorrow's show. What am I gonna tell him though? You're really putting me in a bind here, Keith.
Hey,
Oh,
don't worry.
Rito, we'll tell him.
Yeah.
Will. And he kind of like, he doesn't have big enough arms for it, but he kind of goes to bring in Rito with Leadbelly. We'll tell him. Because it's not just him we have to talk to as well. We have to talk to Mr. Mantang and get his say-so on it, but this has been a house for me, but but I found people that make it a home.
Well, yes, I thought I thought that was us. I mean, if nothing else, you're really putting us in a bind. I mean, we just started the South Blue tour. We've got so many more islands to go. You're going to leave us without a drummer? We have to, what, open auditions again? We got lucky with Blue. It's not going to happen again.
Above table, wasn't it Blue that was not really wanting to play the instrument on stage?
You're thinking of Jack.
Okay, yeah. So, well, I mean, Jack didn't really even seem all too into it, so you might not just be looking for a drummer.
That's just part of his stage persona. They love the aloof nature. They love to watch the musician be aloof. You know that. Don't try and put this on Jack.
No,
he doesn't want to be there at all, girl.
If you saw the look in his eyes, it seemed to me, and I lean away from Leadbelly because I don't know if he saw it or not, but it seemed like he wanted to throw the competition.
To throw the competition? What kind of a crazy thing are you saying? He is the band captain!
Okay, well, pull him aside from the rest of the band and just talk with him.
Oh my
That's all I'm
goodness.
saying. You'll be able to find out a lot more than if you approach him with the rest of the big band.
I need to go talk to him immediately. Excuse me, everybody. And she turns to you specifically, Kiryu. She says, I'm sorry to end this so abruptly. I think I've had a little too much to drink.
Will you come back?
She might have heard you, but she does not respond. She is trotting off toward the back rooms.
Don't worry, stranger. You'll see her tomorrow, I say as I start to walk past Kiryu, and then I grab him, not aggressively. I put my arm around him and pull him in close like I'm giving him a drunk hug. And I'm like, listen, some of these clouds attacked the ship. We're staying till tomorrow for the big finale. We need to gather as much intel as possible and then decide what we're gonna do.
Leadbelly, I will need a stealth check from that.
Got you.
Would I be able to help? Trying to create a diversion to attract the sound away from Leadbelly saying that? I have my bongos.
Sure, yeah. I'll allow a help action there for advantage.
Okay, let's go.
You start beating on your bongos like a chimpanzee, a la Dire Straits. You got it.
Let's go.
Okay. Between the piercing hits of the bongo upon Leadbelly's shoulder, Kiryu, at a 16, you're able to make that out.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no shit, he said. Shake and bake, baby. And then I start walking off again.
Oh my god. Squint is going to tag along with you as you go, and he says,
Hey, Captain. Excuse me. By the by, did Mystical happen to go off with you guys? I can't see him anywhere.
No, he was
Speaking
here
of missing
talking
folks.
to Mr. Manting, if I remember correctly.
Well, where did he go? He's not nowhere to be seen either.
Interesting.
You ask me, Captain. There's something funny about Mr. Mantangs that I just can't put my finger on.
What?
I agree.
Impossible.
No, I agree, Kief. There is something strange about this place that I can't put my finger on. Squint, 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 my guy. And I give Squint a hug. And do I need to make another stealth check if I can whisper the same thing to Squint that I whispered to Kiryu?
You will.
Okay. I'm gonna try this again.
Nice. Yeah, even better.
Let's go. So just hold out and try to keep an eye out for Mystical. We might be able to find him backstage.
You got it. I'm gonna sleep a little of this partying off, and then I'm gonna look for Mystical.
And he kind of falls asleep on his own 2 feet for a moment, but he shudders awake. He goes, "What's that?"
That's okay, Squint. You rest. And I kind of motion over to the Dumb Brothers to, like, keep an eye on Squint before I saunter off. Bum, 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 bum.
Nice. That's a good point. I'll give a call out to Ragnar. If internet is stabilized, I'll cut it back to you.
Oh, sure.
Okay. Do you remember what it was you said that cut out?
Oh yeah, I don't know where it cut off, but I'll just do what happened all over. It's pretty much the same. It's not that long. Abyss is gonna be like, "Why are you bowing? Don't bow to me!" And Xebeast is like, "Yes, bow before me, your rightful place. Now, spread the word. Let them know that Lord Xebeast has taken claim." "I refuse!" And Abyss swings his paw at
At the shark? Oh no. I can't tell if it's happening again or if that was all Ragnar had to say. If that's all good. Okay. Word. Yeah, if you wanna throw out that attack.
Oh no, I had Xebeast stop the attack from happening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it did cut out a little bit then. Yeah, the panda shark shuts its eyes in anticipation of the attack, and then opens them again and sees Abyss kind of come in.
Yeah, so the attack is not gonna happen because the beast is gonna stop the attack from Abyss before it hits the creature.
Nice. The panda shark bows a little bit deeper this time.
Oh, that was a bit deeper.
Like it does a more like it bows again, but it's like a deeper bow.
Oh, as it swims away, it says to the fish, like, tell the others that Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that part. Yeah, it says, tell the rest that Lord Xebeast has come to lay claim to the sea.
The panda shark swims away a couple paces, turns back to you. And it sort of chomps down upon its own upper lip and lets itself bleed this black blood into the water.
I don't think shark have lips.
It's One Piece.
Correct.
Yeah, the panda shark, I guess it's a little dubious, but the panda shark kind of has like a lip-like feature.
But by the way, I just want to say,
Is it-
while Xebeast is swimming away, the entire time, Abyss is with the one paw he can control, is like punching him in the face. And he's just there like, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
You both part ways, the panda shark slipping off into the darkness once more. And as Abyss and Xebeast... Oh,
I was going to say the last part again?
Oh, I just
The
said
panda shark swims
panda
away?
shark slithers away back into the darkness of the ocean. You two head off on your own way. And at this point, we'll say that Abyss's reasoning and control from that charisma save, you feel it starting to wane. But, where'd it go? There we go. Will you throw me an active perception?
An acrobatics?
A perception active.
Perception? Okay.
Yep.
What, from Xebeast or Abyss?
Your choice. Either or.
My choice. Let's do this one then.
Oh. As you are swimming along, still kind of relatively close to Roshuan shores here, but there is a dramatic drop-off about, I don't know, 15 feet in front of you. And as you approach that and look down, sort of just like a little ravine extends on another 30 or so feet. But there at the bottom of the ravine, you see a tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Abyss and Xebeast are going to look towards it like, a tunnel? They say at the same time. It seems we're both curious. Indeed. And he swims in.
It becomes entirely black inside this tunnel. But you can tell that it stretches on a good way as you go swimming down in this far colder water. That only gets colder and colder the more you go.
That's a good question. At this point, do I have dark vision? I don't know if I do. I think I do. Let me check. Oh, I do have dark vision, actually. All right, cool. Is it like a deep cave, or is it just like a you can see the back of it?
Oh no, you even with your your dark vision, you can tell it goes on, and as you keep going forward, there's no end in sight. It It is pretty deep. It's probably about 40 feet underwater. At this point, you've probably gone like 20 feet into it, we'll say. Oh my god. That chat is crazy. Oh my god. But yeah, the cave stretches on, and as big as the Xebeast is, it is a fairly uniform cave on all sides. It looks to be about probably a 25-foot radius if you're swimming there in the center, either which way.
My
Cut up pretty bad there on that one. I couldn't get any of that. Ragnar, you still with us? Might be another cutaway point. I'll give him a couple more seconds on that one. All right. Ragnar, if you can hear us, if you come back, we'll cut back to you in here in a bit, but I'm gonna pull us back to the belly boat. Not sure how deep asleep Arthur is, but there's some trudging footsteps. Oh, Ragnar, if you were talking, I could not hear anything at all. I apologize, bro. Here, hold on. You want to type it out?
No.
There we go. Hey.
I was gonna say, Xebeast is gonna ponder if he should adventure deeper or return to the crew, so that he can drop off all this extra weight because he still has the coffin on him.
How much weight total do you have right
now? Well, without the coffin. Let me see. For the
You're cutting out again.
Yeah, it is coming through pretty patchy, but I think I made out most of that. Yeah, I mean.
What I was saying is, don't know if you can hear me now, but I was saying, I'm 95 without the coffin. I don't know how much the coffin is.
Yeah, we'll call that coffin. It'll be at a special weight for you. It'll just be a flat 30. So totally up to you.
I'm just gonna press ahead without going back then. I think I can handle it.
Nice.
Wait, here's something interesting though. As soon as I go into the cave, would I be out of the range of moonlight?
You are out of the range of moonlight.
once I go inside the cave, do I turn back to normal bits?
I'm going to say we are going to cut at that point. We're going to cut back to the belly boat. As the Xebeast and Abyss head down into this subterranean tunnel. Yeah, Arthur, fast asleep. Not sure what he is actively perceiving at the moment, but perhaps he might hear some footsteps come up, and maybe he feels a little warmer and snugger, feeling a little kiss upon his forehead.
Arthur was having a nightmare about clowns, but after the forehead kiss from the homie, the nightmares dissipate, and he has sweet dreams.
Very nice, very nice.
I need that.
All right, if he's heading back for that long rest. What is everybody inside Mr. Manting's doing?
I think I would head to the ship.
Okay. From that point, honestly, you know what? We'll keep it on the ship in that case. As Kiryu returns.
And yeah, I'm gonna head downstairs to my bed.
As you head down, you see Spenny walking toward his new bed. His other one is broken, so he is now taking up residence on this one here. He goes, "Whoa, you didn't see that, did you?"
We'll see what.
Nothing. Good night. And he just
Alright.
tucks himself in and rolls over and looks away from you.
And yeah, I'm gonna head to sleep and yeah, get a good rest before tomorrow.
All right. As you head to bed, you do hear some footsteps on the deck above you.
Ah man, who is this time?
Before you can even get up to really investigate, Squint stumbles down the stairs, barely catches himself on the handrail on the way down. He goes,
Oh my god, I drank too much.
oh,
Kiryu, I'm gonna fall asleep over here with you, brother.
Damn, you made it back to the ship in one piece. That's impressive.
And then we have a title card cutaway. As soon as Kiryu says One Piece. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum.
He falls asleep pretty instantly. Arthur, nice and snug as a bug in a rug. Spenny starts to gently snore, and Kiryu is heading off to sleep too. Oh. Last but not least, I'm going to have Glory come up and join Arthur in bed and fall asleep with him. Okay, and coming back here to... Oh, wait, what is this?
What is it?
You don't gotta touch on it. That's fine, being left alone.
last but not least, back to Leadbelly and Kief. Were you guys heading to the back rooms of Henry the Horses, or were you heading off to the staff housing already?
I think we were heading to staff housing already.
I don't know. Did you want to go look for Mystical and Mr. Manting?
No.
Can you?
Because Leadbelly, Leadbelly is like, he's under the impression that Squid sobered up and went and looked for Mr. He trusted Squid.
Well, here's a little map you guys can toss yourselves down on. I already see Kief down there. It's the middle of the night. It's past 1 a.m., not quite 2 at this point. Most everything is closed up. You can still hear some revelry coming behind you from Henry the Horses, as well as from Screwballs, the comedy bar. A couple other places here and there among the tents of the entourage who tag along with Mr. Mantang's, little private after parties or whatnot. But as you guys pass along this stretch of tents, it is really quiet here. There really isn't anybody at all outside still. 1 or 2 folks you pass who are maybe smoking their last cigarette for the night.
I'm exhausted,
Well,
Kief. It's been a long day. Oh, sorry.
About what you said earlier, I don't think Mr. Mantang would do anything to Mystical.
I don't either. There's just something different about Mr. Mantang. I can't place my finger on it. It's not that he's shady or a bad person or anything. It just...
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, but it feels like there's something behind the smile as well.
What? No. I mean, no.
I'm just sharing what my gut's telling me, little big brother.
Well, and that's the thing is, I don't think you're lying, but from what I've seen of Mr. Mantang, he only wants to free people. And by helping people find themselves through music, he helps them be free.
It's an admirable cause. And I agree with him. I also want to free people. But, like I said, it's just, there's something about him. Don't trouble yourself too much about it, Kief. I promise it. I don't think it's anything wrong. Being approached.
Do I recognize these 2 people?
No, neither of you recognize these 2 folks as they come up. They're both dressed in pretty much all black. And the man who leads them, he clasps his hands together and he goes, "Excuse me. I hate to interrupt. I know it's quite late and this is rather strange, but you haven't happened to have seen this man, have you?" And he pulls out a little photograph. And I guess you did meet him, Kief, but you had probably a little less exposure to him than Leadbelly. He shows you a picture of Lenny.
Yeah, I saw that guy. Why?
Oh, wonderful. He pockets the photo. Where was he?
Why?
He is an associate of ours. He has not checked in for quite some time. Frankly, we and he looks between his partner and you guys. We thought he might have died or gotten himself into some sort of trouble, so we had to come down here ourselves and try to find him.
Yeah, he said something about Panangea. I think he's heading off island. We saw him at a dock up north in the Rashwan Kingdom, actually.
Nice.
We came down for the circus.
I'm gonna need a deception check.
Do this.
God. I'll take the 20 from Leadbelly since he said it, but
I was not trying to roll
effort.
that. I was trying to roll an insight.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Do that.
I had heard deception and my mouse went straight to it instead of insight.
Good deal. Off of 15 on this one, that I confused myself for a second, my bad. Yeah, you are not buying it. You get a bad feeling in your gut. Bad faith explanation coming from this guy here.
For me?
Kief will
No,
tap
from
his left
the
foot.
stranger.
Kief will tap his left foot, and this is above table. I don't know if this can be conveyed or not. It's Kief saying that something's not right.
Before
impressive.
Leadbelly. Yeah, pretty good. Especially at disadvantage.
Yeah.
Before Leadbelly can react to that little signal you throw him, the guy in front of you will clap his hands. He gets a big smile on his face and he says, "Oh, thank goodness. You've been a huge help. I really appreciate that. Pangea, did he say why he was going there?"
Nope. Just overheard him in the bar. The one in the middle of Rashwan Kingdom. You know the one I'm talking about, right? Got a funny sign.
The woman steps forward now and she goes, "You're talking about that Thunderdome bar?"
Yeah, I think that's the one.
"God damn it, Archer. He's drinking his way across the country on our dime. Come on, let's go get this little goddamn rascal." She just walks on without another word to you guys, but this fellow, Archer.
Oh, okay.
Archer.
I definitely blanked and heard Arthur. I was like, huh?
So did I.
That would have been crazy to drop on y'all right now. No, Archer. He just kind of nods and he goes past you too. He extends his hand to you, Leadbelly. He goes, "Thank you very much for your help. We really, really appreciate it. What was your name?"
Kyle. And then I shake his hand.
"Kyle. Strong name for a strong man. Hey, you keep it up. You're on the good side. You got that?"
All right, buddy. And I give him a thumbs up.
Yeah,
So that guy
drop
was
on his
definitely
own.
a cop, right? Like, am I wrong, Kief? That guy was definitely a cop, right? Like,
I don't know. He didn't seem like he was looking for that man that we saw with good intentions.
yeah, no. I don't think so either. We should probably let Arthur know about this encounter once we get reconvened with the crew.
As you guys head along, take us to the overmap here. Bring you guys up there to the staff housing, which are they're like half tent, half buildings. Essentially, they're not quite as tentish as, like the suburb sector, Kief, you would know, which is where like all the live-in guests, as you guys call them, stay.
Groupies.
These are a little more established. Yeah, the groupies, the roadies, like all the really like diehard Mr. Mantang fans. These are kind of a step above that.
Nice. I think Leadbelly would definitely like just nestle in and go to sleep. He's pretty beat. He's had a long day.
Absolutely. This has been a long in-game day. Kief, are you going to follow suit?
I will, but at first, Keith is just gonna kind of re-go over, because he knows that Leadbelly isn't lying about having a bad feeling about Mr. Mantang, but he's only ever gotten good vibes and good signs from Mr. Mantang, so he's gonna be like trying to remember all of the stuff that's happened to him since he joined the horses circus, and
Right
Try
on.
and-
Okay.
like try and formulate his own line of thinking for this.
Let me...
Leadbelly's gonna wake up and Moonkeef's gonna be pointing out the diagram, connecting the strings. It's a conspiracy.
Are you smoking one of those cigarettes?
Oh my god, have you smoked 5 packs of cigarettes by yourself?
Yeah. Where'd all these Pepsi can comes from?
I've been
Not
thinking,
the
Leadbelly.
Pepsi.
I've been thinking.
Keith, in your sleepless night, I'm gonna do kind of a modified combination, both from you. 1 advantage roll for history and 1 disadvantage roll for insight.
Huh?
Josh.
I'm just saying,
I
that
know.
couldn't have been a better setup.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You have had a few snippets and more than snippets return to your memory at this point, from physical evidence to musical triggers to a little bit of your own like bind breaking inside your own mind. And as you're sitting there in bed, staring up at the ceiling of your room, you feel yourself start to drift off to sleep. And in your dreams that night, you see yourself as a little boy in an inky black realm. Seems to just go on forever, but also end right in front of your face. And as you look around, you start crying out for help. And you realize there is also the you of today in your big band suit, very differently dressed and behaved than this Moonkeef in front of you. You see this younger Kief crying out for help, crying out for his parents, crying out for the members of the path. And when he cries out for Leadbelly last, the inky blackness dissolves, and you hear the serenade of the captured come in once again. You hear it clear as day, most active being your own drum part and Leadbelly's lead. And you see the path before you, all the members there gathered, including yourself, you still in your suit, watching from afar. You see the celestial dragons in their bubble dome suits, watching in a large chorus hall behind you. There's a few clap, a few cheer, and you are filled with a bit of anger at how uncouth they're being at this rather formal performance. More than that, though, you see the Holy Knights, who stand on stage back by the curtain, armed and watching the band. You remember them as the forever guardians, essentially, of the path, those entrusted to keep an eye on you all and make sure you never had any insubordination, any chance of escape, any lashing out, nothing like that. But you are moved to the most happy tears to see this performance before you. And the dream seems to go on all night until you wake up the next morning. I'm going to bring us back to the belly boat. I was almost going to say roll initiative to wake up, but y'all can just wake up as you will. Off of Arthur's passive perception alone, Arthur, you're going to hear a little thud up on deck.
Stop trying to give me a wet willy, Kojo. I'm trying to sleep. It's not funny. Oh, Glory! Oh,
Yeah, Glory is there licking your face.
I had the weirdest dream. There was clowns as far as the eye could see, Glory. And I think Spenny killed them all. Every single clown. It was beautiful. It was such a... I was in love. Anyway, I'm gonna go see what's going on up there. If it's more clowns, I'll yell, and then you come and fuck them up. All right, Glory? Cool. And I'm gonna start heading up above deck.
Glory stares at you, and as you hit the steps, she trots off the bed, follows you. As we come above deck, the sun is pretty blinding, rising from the east today. It's kind of coming right between a parting of the trees and the forest, like perfectly, so it just hits you right in the eyes first thing. But the next thing you see as your vision adjusts is what looks to be a delivery bird flapping away this way.
I mean, I could use the practice. As I look at my revolver, I think,
Oh my god.
but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. All right.
God damn.
Hey, that's one way to not have to pay him.
Listen, you guys gotta remember, Arthur's coming after a bloodlusted knight. It's in my character sheet. I hate clowns. It's scary.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go find the newspaper that was dropped off. I assume off my cracked passive now that I can find it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the news. I love the news. I wonder if they have Garfield. Laura, you would love Garfield. He hates Mondays. He loves lasagna. And I'm gonna start looking through the paper.
Field.
And I assume I find the bounties.
It seems like a pretty normal paper. It landed on its front face, so you're looking at the back headlines, which you immediately notice an issue about the Giants, which you remember being the headline issue from last edition of the South Blue Press. But as you pick it up and the paper unfolds slightly, 8 sheets of paper flutter out of it and land on the deck before you. And there are some very recognizable faces there.
Boys, get up here! Arthur calls to the crew. I fucked up! I killed more clowns!
What?
I assume that would get everyone up here if I mentioned the sight of more clowns.
Sure,
That's Arthur's thought process.
Squint's gonna come out with Kiryu here from that side. Spenny a little lagging behind, but he's gonna come out from the opposite end.
Alright, I lied about the clowns. But what does this say? I normally just read the paper for Garfield. What does this mean? As I hold up the 8 sheets of paper with recognizable names and faces on them.
Yo, it's our bounties.
Oh.
Cool.
What?
Indeed. Most notably, Arthur, you're going to see yourself as you gather those fluttered bounties up off the floor. You, Arthur Morgan, are wanted, according to this marine bounty, dead or alive, for 6 million belly.
They must remember the good deeds I've done, because I am not worth a goddamn thing. Y'all are fucked, though. These numbers are way big. This says like 5 gajillion. They said, you a bad, bad man, Kiryu. They said, oh man, he was flirting with women at the bar, unwanted advances, features being a weird, like $70 trillion. Millions and millions and millions.
In my head, I picture Arthur like holding the bounties close to his chest, like teasing the fuck out.
I'm holding them upside down. I'm not, I can't read. I can't.
Oh my god.
The smartest person on the crew can't read.
Yeah, your scholar is he needs to go to some remedial classes, I think, guys. This is
Listen, Hosea taught me the bigger the number, the more fucked up you are. I am a good boy. Ain't that right, Glory? All right, and I'm gonna read off the rest of the numbers correctly to the rest of the crew who's up here.
yes,
if you would.
Oh yeah, also they give you cool names, aren't they? Cool titles.
Yours is there on top as Arthur Morgan. Next down is none other than Elder Squints. It's the same picture, but his bounty has risen from the about 5.5 million that he was worth to another even 6 million. And he goes,
there is no way I am sharing a bounty with you, you motherfucker. You know what? I will burn a spell slot for this. Nah, I throw his in the air and I'll fucking cast Elemental Orb to fucking burn it. And it goes up in flames. Oh no, Squint, your bounty! Who knows what it could have been? Oh
Oh, Arthur, getting a little this, aren't you? Don't worry, there's plenty of money in the sea for both of us.
Rumble.
Next up in the reclaimed pile, we see, let's see. You see an interesting illustration before you of a menacing face with these fearsome eyes and a strange grin upon its face. This bounty is a little unusual. It is a marine bounty, but it says, instead of dead or alive, for information only. And in quotes, the bounty is for the Beast, for 3,222,223 berry.
What? I think this must be a beast, maybe. I mean, fits the description.
Next up, rifling through those bounties, you come across the Tweedle brothers, whose bounties have increased to 2 million berry.
Nice.
Next, you see none other than good Captain Leadbelly's. He's it's a picture snapped at some point during that Gorko fight. And he has a bounty listed for Captain Leadbelly. Another unique change on his. You guys, it would stand out to you that he is wanted alive or dead for 7,777,777 berry.
Nice. It's a good first bounty.
Then that's a good number. Nice.
Arthur, this next one stings just a little bit. You see the familiar face of the Iron Mitch Johnson, wanted dead or alive for 5 million berry.
I keep it. That's mine. No one else touches that. If I find out any of you even so much as get a drop of sweat on this, it's paid with your life. Understand? And put it in my coat.
So
That
yours.
one's mine.
Nice.
Oh my.
I'll add
Oh.
that one personally to you.
Yes. Oh, bitch. I'm getting
Next up-
teary-eyed.
I know. I felt sad making that one too. But the next one has, instead of a picture in big bold letters on it, no picture obtained for the Fishman, wanted dead or alive for 10 million berry.
Wait, we got a fish man?
Okay.
Huh?
What was that guy?
Similarly,
Ty.
Yeah.
Similarly, the next bounty does not have a picture. Instead, it has no picture obtained in the bounty box. Wanted, dead or alive, in big bold letters, just the name Kiryu, for 5 million berry.
You can have this one, Kiryu. It's a good picture. I think they really captured your killer look. Yeah, do it.
Well, I think it's better than not having anything.
I look over at the horse. Yeah, you hear that? do it.
Wait, did Spinny have one too?
You are down to the last bounty in hand. It does not have Spenny's face on it. Spenny is standing there watching, and he actually breathes a sigh of relief. He goes, "Whew, I'm glad. I don't really mess with that bounty stuff. I'm happy to be the unseen muscle." But that last bounty is a face. Let's see, who here? Just Kiryu and Arthur are going to recognize. You see the face of a man you were hunting at the start of this adventure, Arthur.
No way.
Wanted, dead or alive, Dread Turnkey Turner for 400 million berry. And you'll remember you were hunting him for 350 million berry last time, so that has gone up substantially.
I start doing cartwheels. I'm like, I'm gonna be rich. Oh my god, Captain Turner fucker is gonna. Oh my god, I'm gonna be rich. Woo-wee!
Hell yeah. Those are the bounties here included with this issue of the South Blue Press, which, if you are looking at the front of the newspaper now, you guys would be able to see 3 headlines stand out to you. Dread Turnkey Turner spotted in Port Gorko, and then Heir Apparent Rivers gone missing, and last but not least, Pirate Panic at Gorko. And included
Kiryu, what's the name of the island we're on? We're not at Graco, are we?
I think we are.
Oh, damn it. Okay, so I might have messed up when I told those Marines. Oh, dang. Oh, fuck. How about we don't tell the captain?
What's the confusion?
Or
the dilemma?
If they think that there's pirate attacks happening at Gorko, it's because I told those Marines, yo, we're gonna do something tonight, and we are gonna fuck shit up with these clowns. But I guess we're not on Gorko, so we're fine.
No, okay, I got you. Hell yeah.
But we just keep that Marine thing between me and you, Kiryu. I mean, hopefully they're good gas. Maybe they'll get the civvies out of there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, do it.
On that note, with your bounties and one last thing off that third article I mentioned, you do see a picture of the destruction and death left behind in the square you did battle in at Port Gorko. And with those bounties in hand, I am going to toss it to our to be continued for today.
Woo!
Lot of fun. I'm super glad we made it to the next day. I had fun. I did have a lot of fun extending that day for you guys and really like drawing that out, especially for it being Dill's first in-game day to play. But yeah, I definitely could not go myself another session without revealing that for y'all.
I really needed that long rest. I was like, damn. But what if I find
Yes,
more,
be sure
more clowns without
everybody. Be sure everybody gets that well-deserved long rest. Good game, good effort.
W session.
Your
win
WDM.
session.
Everyone give it up to ToriMori for being the best DM. You know,
Woo!
let's go ToriMori.
Woo!
Woo!
I want to give it up to y'all. Y'all always give me the material to branch off of, and it's always such a delight coming back and checking in with the Sakura Pirates.
Dude, nobody knows Spenny gave me a forehead kiss. Like, let's go. W sesh. W sesh.
W sash, bro.
WDM.
Are you guys breaking through? Oh my god, not this canned laughter. Oh my goodness. That's about all from me. Just one quick my wife. One I don't even know what that was.
High or something?
All right,
That's a classic. That's yeah, just one last thing from me before we sign off. Next planned meeting session, the May 29th. I will be out of town, so I will not be able to host a session. So we're looking at about a 4-week break here until we return next time. But yeah,
My birthday's the
looking forward
25th.
to it
Happy
as
birthday
always.
to me. Shout out to Cody for having a birthday and
Yes.
being born.
Yes, sir. 10 days
Big ups.
away.
Happy birthday to Arthur Morgan himself. Hell yeah.
I'm turning
with
25.
Hey, 25 on 25? What do they call
No,
that?
no, 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 no.
Golden
29.
birthday?
29. You know, the
Oh,
big one before
29.
30. 25.
Oh,
I'm going to stay
hey,
25 for the rest of my life.
That's right, sir. I heard that.
How long have you been 29?
It's been
Well,
80
Squint
years.
would say for 80 years. Hell yeah.
Wait.
Wait, yo, Squint's that old? Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
that's what I was
Hold on.
saying.
Hold
Wait.
up.
I just
This
I
isn't
just
even
threw out a
an SBS
number.
episode.
All right,
Wait,
yes,
how
that
old are you?
is. Wait, how old are you, Squid? That has been it for us here at the Sakura Pirates. We will see you guys back here in about 4 weeks, about a month. Until then, go watch Rambling Addiction. We are back. Just dropped an episode on the One Piece dub, and going to be covering JoJo's Part 3 next week. So make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, everybody have a wonderful night. Say bye.
Bye.
Oh. They definitely